Welcome to the Brown Carpet Podcast. My name's Corey Farrell.
And I'm Josh Groom.
And Josh, question for you.
Hit me.
What do we actually do on this podcast?
Corey, each week we take a weird news story.
Yes.
And we twist it into a demented pitch for a movie.
Sounds like the best idea for a podcast I've ever heard.
Well, it's not over. There's more.
Oh my God.
Once we're done with that, the listeners can jump on Facebook where they'll find a poll and they can vote for the one that they like the most.
Is that all though? Does anything else happen after that?
No, mate, there's heaps
Oh my
more.
God.
Once that's gone down, we pick a winner at the end of the week, and that winner gets turned into a movie poster.
Oh my, what more would you want in your lives?
What more could you possibly need?
That's great.
Hey, we've also got a website. You can check us out at www.thebrowncarpetpod.com, where you can listen to the entire back catalogue of this nonsense.
Not to mention the usual nonsense, Twitter. You can slide into our DMs on Instagram. And don't forget, you can email us at thebrowncarpetpod@gmail.com if you want to suggest a weird news story headline that you would like us to movify. Movify?
Movify.
Movify.
It's a new word.
And then we'll give you a shout out and we email you a poster maybe, even if you... I don't know. Depends how... I don't want to promise anything.
Yeah, no promises.
No promises. Just do it.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Jumped over 3 linebackers in midair, sprouted antlers like a gazelle.
No one laughs at a master of quack fool.
Real nice. Many have died from starvation due to the difficulty of finding enough food, such as seals.
Shut up. No more Mr. Nice Duck. That's it. Right, Mr. Sitz?
What do you make of that? You know, it's the most fantastic story I've ever heard.
The Brown Carpet Podcast.
Hey, Corey.
Hey, Josh.
What's going on?
Episode 12.
Let's do it.
We're here.
Oh, we're doing it.
We're done. We're in it.
You know what's out?
What?
We got a YouTube page.
Do we?
A channel.
Did you go and do that?
I did that
Josh,
this week.
you're a legend.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate you saying that.
So, yeah, you can play us on YouTube.
You can. All 12 episodes.
If you search Josh Grimm on RedTube, though...
Yeah, that's where it gets hairy.
That's where it gets good.
Mate, before we go into the details of that, let's do paper, rock, scissors.
Okay, cool.
Are you ready?
Yes.
I'm not going to play mind games with you because this has not been working for me recently.
You gotta change
You ready?
your
Let's
style.
just go straight in.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
You got me. He's back. All is back to normal.
Yeah, feeling good again.
Yeah, you were rusty there. Oh, was
I
it
was.
2 or 3 weeks?
Yeah, man, you're killing it.
It was 2 weeks?
Yeah, you're inside my head.
All right, Josh.
Okay, mate.
Hit me with... what's your weird headline for this week?
Mate, my weird headline for this week is another listener submission.
Nice.
It comes to us from friend of the show, Oliver Nijoy, who is an excellent guy, despite being a Lakers fan. And he's all the way over in Hong Kong, and he sent us this piece. The headline reads, Chinese restaurant offers bra-sized discounts. Okay.
I know where this is going.
Do you? You might not. A Chinese restaurant has come under fire for offering discounts for women depending on their bra size. According to the Zhuanjing Evening Post...
I love your Chinese.
Thanks, mate.
It's bang on.
It is. Oh,
Mandarin, sorry.
Mandarin.
Carry on.
Local people complained to the council after seeing posters advertising discounts for the trendy shrimp restaurant at a mall in Hangzhou. I apologise to the people of China. The company's adverts showed a lineup of cartoon women in their underwear with the slogan, "This whole city is looking for breasts." It listed discounts for women depending on their cup size, with greater offers available to women with bigger busts. One representative complaint said the posters were vulgar advertising and discriminatory towards women.
Well, different strokes, really, for different folks.
Whatever you're into,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned. So, that's my source material.
Yeah. That's an interesting customer scheme.
It's very interesting. I don't know how well it would go over here.
No, not well at all.
I think it'd be a bit contentious.
Yeah.
So the title of my adaptation is
Hit me.
The Rise of the South Pole.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't expect that, did
No,
you?
I didn't. It hit me from left field. I was
Yeah.
waiting for a breast-related pun.
Yeah, don't, there's plenty coming. Don't
Great.
worry about it.
All right, hit me.
Okay, it's 1977.
I'm there.
Richard Shaft, played by Angus Sampson, is the owner and manager of an extremely unsuccessful Polish restaurant down in South Australia.
Oh, it's an Australian story.
It is an Australian story.
Nice.
He and his wife Babs, played by Gabrielle Union,
Is that Baps or Babs?
Babs.
Okay.
Babs. Opened the place just 3 months ago, and things have been so quiet, the waitstaff and cooking crew spend their shifts playing cards in the kitchen. The business is hemorrhaging money. Their marriage is strained and the future looks bleak. Their 21-year-old son, Ramon, played by Jaden Smith, who also works at the restaurant, cops a lot of heat from his dad due to his smart mouth, obsession with music and flamboyant style. One weekend, things between owners Richard and Babs hit boiling point. They have a massive argument and she leaves him. Single, broke, behind on payments and desperate to make ends meet, Richard devises a controversial plan to put the restaurant back on the map. Yeah, discounts for big boobs. And bigger discounts for bigger boobs. He has Ramon design a banner advertising the risque initiative.
Sorry, can I interject for a second?
Please do.
Have you thought about at what point the breast size equals a free meal? Like it's discounted on size.
Oh.
So if a C cup or a D cup is like 50% off, what breast size do you have to get a free meal?
Triple D.
Triple D.
Triple D would be a free meal, I'd say.
All right.
Thanks for asking. So. It has an immediate impact. Guests start to appear, reservations are being made, and the usually quiet kitchen is now a hive of activity. The female waitstaff are assigned to assess boob size. A dedicated measurement booth is set up near the bar, and the process is every bit as demeaning as it sounds. Ramon has the idea to start an after-dark dining experience, with entrees served and DJs spinning the hottest up-and-coming disco beats, creating a club-like atmosphere. Suddenly, the South Pole is a hotspot, fully functional breastaurant.
There you go.
And it's not just the busty ladies of the area, but also the music fans, the curious, the outraged, and of course, the seedy, tracky-dack-wearing creepers and pervs.
Yeah, Crocs, track pants.
Corey'd be there.
Yeah.
The cash register doesn't lie, though. Business is good. And then comes the backlash. Once the controversy hits the media, it spreads like wildfire, and pretty soon there are protesters, news crews, and hate mail flying in Richard's direction. At first, he's taking it all in his stride, the old any publicity is good publicity adage. He's on the radio, current affairs shows, and he's splashed across the print media.
Yeah.
For a while, his theory holds. But day by day, the protesters grow in number, and the restaurant patrons begin to dwindle in the face of the emotional opposition to Richard's promotion. In an effort to pull himself back into the spotlight, Richard agrees to a live on-air debate with noted feminist Fanny Dresden, to be played by Sarah Silverman.
Nice.
Richard has gotten in way too deep, and Fanny dismantles him with quick logic, wit, cutting humour and intelligence. Richard insists he's no bigot, so Fanny challenges him to make the promotion open to both genders. Backed into a corner, he agrees. The sign in the window is updated. Now the discounts are available to well-hung gentlemen. The bigger the dong, the bigger the discount.
Oh, nice.
A second dedicated measurement booth is set up near the bar, and attendance once more starts to swell. Meanwhile, Ramon's late-night DJ sets are becoming legendary. The female clientele have moved on, but within a few weeks, the South Pole has now become the hottest gay hookup spot in town. The day shifts are quiet, but now the crowds arrive around 10 p.m. for late-night snacks and beats curated by Ramon.
No need for a name change either.
South Pole.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, nighttime dining is the only reason to open the restaurant, so Ramon suggests to his dad that they shut down the restaurant and go into the full-time club business. Richard sees the potential. It's opening night. The South Pole has been rebranded. There is an extremely phallic statue of the South Pole hanging over the rear entrance, which is the only way into the club. There's a line down the street. We roll credits over the thumping montage of a thriving, colourful and glittering club life. We see wild parties and wild times with a series of 80s celebrities, musicians, models and politicians. The postscript text reads, "The South Pole has remained open for 40 years. It is the longest-running gay bar in the Southern Hemisphere. Ramon is one of the all-time best-selling international DJs. He performs wearing a giant set of glowing angel wings under the pseudonym DJ White Swallow." Richard came out in 1980 and in 2018, at age 76, was married to his longtime lover, Rodney.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So heartwarming.
Thanks, mate.
Love it.
Yeah.
So, Josh, can I clear something up?
Please do.
At the start, you said it was a Polish restaurant,
Yes.
but it's not a Polish restaurant, is it? Like, not Polish as in Polish people. It's a pun, isn't it? To Poles.
Well, it was initially a Polish restaurant in South Australia, hence the
Okay.
name, the South Pole.
Yeah.
But then the South Pole became a double entendre, if you will.
Double tundra.
Entendre?
Entendre.
Is that how that's pronounced?
Isn't tundra Arctic tundra?
You're
South Pole tundra? I was trying to do a bit of wordplay
You're a
there.
linguistic athlete, mate. I can't keep up. I got a tagline.
Oh, come on.
Size matters.
I like it.
It's simple.
Yep,
It's easy. My cast is Angus Sampson as Richard.
I like that casting. I
You
love
like,
Angus
you like
Sampson.
Angus? He's great.
Yeah.
He's underused, I reckon. Jaden Smith as Ramon.
Yep.
Sarah Silverman as Fanny.
Yep.
And Gabrielle Union as Babs.
Who's Gabrielle Union?
She was in 10 Things I Hate About You. She's married
yeah.
to Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
Soundtrack-wise, I've got Sir Mix-a-Lot on the soundtrack again.
Nice.
With a track called Put 'Em on the Glass. And of course, all the disco hits of the day, Diana Ross, the Bee Gees, the Commodores, Teddy Pendergrass. And then towards the end, I'd love to bring back that What in the Butt by Samwell. Do you remember that song?
No.
It was a bit of a viral
Oh,
hit.
yeah, I do, yeah.
What in the butt? Want to do it? Yeah.
I remember that, yeah.
So I'm thinking about $30 million will be the budge required to
Yep.
get that 70s vibe down.
Love it.
Yeah.
Thanks for the memories. That's great.
Stop.
Gay bar, gay bar, gay bar. I wanna take you to a gay bar. I wanna take you to a gay bar. I wanna take you to a gay bar, gay bar, gay
Lord Farrelton.
Yes, Lord Groomington.
Should we address the phone call that we had this afternoon?
Yeah, we can talk about that if you want. I don't think we need to, but
I just don't think answering the phone when you're on the toilet is good friend etiquette.
I do some of my best phone calls on the toilet.
Mate, it was echoey. I don't think you'd even pinched off yet. It was awkward and weird for me.
I can multitask, and if you can't accept that, well, don't call me at all, because I'm going to be on the toilet some of the time, and I will answer.
All right, well, agree to disagree. What story have you got for us this week?
Okay, my headline reads, Man lets Jesus take the wheel and truck flips 5 times. A Tennessee man flips his truck 5 times after letting go of the steering wheel because Jesus wanted to drive.
Oh, dear.
According to reports, Chaddo, England, which is a pretty cool name, actually.
Chaddo.
Sounds
Australian.
It does. Flipped his truck 5 times on a Tennessee interstate earlier this week after he thought Jesus was calling him and advised him to let go of the wheel and let Jesus do the driving.
That is bad advice.
It is. After the accident, England told officers that he was behind the wheel, but that he wasn't driving at the time of the crash.
Who was?
Because, you know, Jesus was driving.
Christ.
The police report states, he said that Jesus was calling him and advised him to let go of the wheel, and that's what he did. As a consequence of his special relationship with Jesus, England's truck flipped 5 times after receiving medical clearance, so he walked away from it.
He walked away from a 5-time flip.
Yeah, he was transported to Sullivan County Jail. No one was injured in the accident, and as usual, Jesus was nowhere to be found. It should be noted, and I mean, we allude to this in nearly every episode that this is involved, but the deputies found 6 grams of marijuana, 0.6 grams of cocaine, a pipe, rolling papers, 3 quarts, empty bottle of Crown Royal, small empty bottle of Crown Royal, and several cans used for huffing.
That is a big Tuesday afternoon.
That is.
All right.
I like to think that's a Monday.
Yeah.
That's him on a Monday.
Yeah, he's on his way to work.
So, my title for my story is called Holy Roller. It's Bethlehem AD 20.
Oh, going back there.
Yeah.
Okay.
We see a teenage Jesus sitting at the dinner table with his mum and dad in his humble dwelling. Jesus starts on his dad. Why can't I have one? Judas has one. Not this horse and cart business again. Give it a bloody rest. Joseph fires back. Mary, the voice of reason, steps in. Maybe it's time. He's old enough now. Joseph cracks and gives in, and we see a little mischievous smile curl at the corner of young Jesus' mouth. Cut to Mary and Joseph waking up Jesus from his bed of hay. Come to the door. We have a surprise for you.
They still got him in hay?
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Jesus jumps up excitedly and runs out the front door to find his surprise. A big, brown, broken-down donkey named Rattlebag. I love him, Jesus cries, and gives Rattlebag a big old hug. Rattlebag poops as this happens. Jesus doesn't care.
Always with the shit.
Cut to Jesus lined up at the BDCA, Bethlehem Donkey and Cart Authority, which is like the RMS for Australians and the DMV for our US listeners. It's a big day. Jesus is going for his donkey and cart learner's permit. His instructor is Nellie Hardmeat, a seasoned trainer with over 40 years' experience. Nellie takes Jesus out on the donkey, and it doesn't go well. Jesus loses control of the donkey at a marketplace, causing carnage with food stalls being overturned and animals being let out of their cages. It's a shambles. Deflated back at the BDCA, Nellie delivers Jesus the bad news. He's not getting his license. Not satisfied with this, Jesus tries to bribe Nellie, desperately offering her his stash of gold, frankincense and myrrh. Nellie is unimpressed and kicks him out on his Roman sandals. Back home, Jesus delivers the bad news to his father. Enraged by the dishonour of his failure to get a permit, Joseph threatens to turn Rattlebag into horsey jerky. Jesus cries and runs to his room. In the middle of the night, Jesus sneaks out on Rattlebag for a joyride. Jesus ends up getting pulled over and crucified by the courts. He ascends to heaven, but never loses his lust for riding fast. Cut to present day. Chad Demon Jelly.
These are getting silly now, mate.
I know.
You need to pull your head in.
Chad Demon Jelly is drugged up and behind the wheel of his beaten-up old Mustang.
Hang on. Who's playing Chad Demon Jelly?
Chad Demon Jelly has been played by David Spade.
Okay.
I didn't tell you who was playing who, did I?
You didn't tell me who's playing anyone.
It's better if I leave it at the end anyway.
Is it a surprise?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, he's hammering down the highway when he hears a voice. It's Jesus. He instructs Chad to let him take the wheel. Being a God-fearing man and not one to question the Almighty, Chad lets go of the wheel and leaves Jesus in charge. Cut to adult Jesus in heaven. He's on a couch, stoned, drunk, and wearing what looks like a VR headset. This is how he controls Chad's car. Besides Jesus sits Paul Walker, laughing and egging Jesus on. Go faster, Jeezy, go faster.
Mate, too soon. Bit of respect for the dead, goddammit.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
We cut to a close-up of Jesus smiling crazily, wearing the headset. The last thing we see is what Jesus sees in the VR headset. Chad's Mustang flipping 5 times before coming to rest in a gully. Jesus takes off the headset and high-fives Paul Walker. So,
Was Jesus driving for Paul too?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
maybe, I don't know. That's how they know each other, maybe.
Yeah, it could be.
So the cast, adult Jesus is Donald Glover.
Oh, I've gone Black Jesus.
Black Jesus.
I always thought Black Jesus was Michael Jordan, but
Yeah,
I reckon
okay.
Donald
Donald Glover's
pretty
hot
good.
right now.
Yeah, he is hot.
Young Jesus is Caleb McLaughlin.
Who's that?
Stranger Things. Another.
Oh, right. The casting continues. Nice. We'll get them all one day.
Mary is Janelle Monáe.
Oh, beautiful. Yep.
Lovely. Joseph is Marshala Ali. Marshala Ali. I'm pronouncing his name wrong.
I'm sure you're saying that
The
wrong.
stepdad in Moonlight.
Oh, he's awesome.
Yeah. And Nellie Hardmead is Whoopi Goldberg. And
Nice.
Chad DiMagelli is David Spade.
Yep.
The tagline, I have 2, but they're both equally bad.
Okay, awesome.
Thou shalt drive like a bat out of hell,
Yep.
or blessed be the fast and furious.
Yeah, I like the second one.
Yep.
Yeah, because the Paul Walker tie-in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not super proud of those.
No, you shouldn't be.
Budget, it's mostly a period piece, so it's going to be a big budget.
Yeah.
30 mil?
30 mil.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I reckon you might need a bit more.
Okay, 50 mil.
Okay, cool.
Soundtrack is going to be Meatloaf, Bat Outta Hell, Tenacious D, Jesus Ranch,
Nice.
and Dolly Parton, Heaven's Just a Prayer Away.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, that's it.
That's great, man. Well, I really love that you've cast Jesus and his family as persons of colour. That's very progressive of you, mate.
I think it's well overdue.
And the inclusion of Paul Walker really, it's a touching tribute.
Yeah,
You've
well,
given to him.
I like to think if Jesus is a rev head,
Mm-hmm.
then him and Paul Walker would be hanging out.
Now, seeing Paul Walker is dead and you've cast him for the film, are you going to do the same trick that they did using a...
I think they can CGI a face on someone else.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the I, Tonya thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I think we'll do
That's
that.
going to be expensive. Let's add another 10 mil.
Yeah, cool.
Just for the
This
CG.
budget is blowing out.
It is.
I kind of feel like you could have explored the teenage Jesus aspect
Okay.
a little bit more.
How so?
Like, what does teenage Jesus listen to on the radio? What kind of gear does he get around in? Like, is he a stylish kid? Does he wear a lot of bling?
Yeah.
Because he does have that gold, frankincense, and myrrh hanging around. Does he show it off a lot? He's got like a grill in? Like,
Is he? Yeah. So is he like rap or?
Is he flashy? Does he like walk on water for the girls and try to,
I could
fucking
have done that.
bit
Yeah,
of a
that's
show
right.
off?
I missed a trick there. I like to think he's learned a few songs on the lute.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Trying
yeah.
to, did they have lutes? Yeah.
The jazz lute.
The
Yeah.
jazz lute?
Yeah, yeah. Can you have a jazz lute? Is that a thing?
Jesus built my hot rod, gonna drive it straight to hell. We headed for the chapel, but we ended up in jail. So if you ever love me, you'll kiss my lily ass. Grab the wheel, feel the steel, and hit that fucking gas. Oh, we're driving.
All right, that's all we got time for this week. So you got 2 films to think about. You got my film, The Rise of the South Pole, and Corey's film,
Holy Roller.
You can jump on the Facebook. There'll be a poll up the top. You can vote for the one that you think is the least shithouse. The winner will get its own bespoke movie poster made.
That's right. And you can now follow us on YouTube if you search The Brown Carpet.
We got a channel.
We do. And if you want to submit a headline, a weird headline for us to movify, please send it to thebrowncarpetpod@gmail.com. Send us a message on Twitter,
Chuck it up on the Facebook.
Facebook, whatever.
Just so many ways to get at us.
We're available.
Fuck with us, people.
So that's it.
Yeah.
Don't forget to flush.
See you, cunts.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
He jumped over 3 linebackers in midair, sprouted Angus like a gazelle.
No one laughs at a master of quack fu.
Real nice. Many have died from starvation due to the difficulty of finding enough food, such as seals.
No more Mr. Nice Duck. That's it. Right, Mr. Sitz?
What do you make of that? It's the most fantastic story I've ever heard.
The Brown Carpet Podcast.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, Corey.
Hey.
Ooh, hey.
Hey.
Woo, woo.
It's February already.
Jeez.
But let's not talk about that. That's boring.
Where is the year going?
Where's the year going?
I know. It's going to be Christmas
Bloody so
before we know it.
fast.
Just whizzing past.
I watched Black Mirror last night.
Which one?
The last episode of the new season.
Black Museum.
How good.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah. The guy kind of annoyed me a little bit.
The museum owner?
Yeah.
Right. Fucked up concept, though,
Overacted.
hey?
Really good.
Hump it till it hurts.